There's some rough spots in Zoom. So I am your highly energized presenter after 2 rounds. Who knows what you're going to get this round? So for this activity, we're going to use the original digital, which is your hand, and a writing device and a piece of paper. So if you could get that out right now, that would be the best. Yeah, you know, there's so much of this flat digital, electronic digital. Enough already. Let's go back to the original. And this activity, I'm Keith McCandless, Liberating Structures. This is one of about 40 different methods that include every voice in shaping what happens next. That's what Liberating Structures do. And this particular one has a very definite purpose, and it is to help you stop counterproductive behaviors so that you can make space for innovation. That's what we're doing, and we're going to evaluate whether we do that as we go or not at the end of it. So a little birdie told me that a worst result of Working with Lean is you only focus attention on fighting fires. Right? And is that a pretty bad result of Lean? You know, you just fight the fires and nothing more. You don't have any bigger view. All right. Well, so let's assume that's a worst result. So on your piece of paper, the first question, I want you to jot down as many things as you can. Don't judge them. Just write, free writing. I want you to create a list of all the ideas you have to be sure that you create an environment which you only fight fires. How can you be sure that all of your energy is put just on putting out those flames? What are all the ideas? And the best ones I want you to include are ones you couldn't be blamed for, ones that are slightly devious. No one they couldn't blame you for doing that. But in fact, what it does, it creates an environment in which you only focus on fighting fires. So for the next minute, I'd like you to write as many ideas as you can. Don't judge them, just write, please. Volume over quality. This is step 1 of 3 steps.
I'll give you a heads up when there's 5 minutes left this time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Apologies for narrating your work, but that's what I'm doing in 10 minutes. The only way to get this done. So if you open up chat, this is a place to record a little bit of what we're up to. So in chat, if you have an idea that's just particularly funny because it works, you know, that's going to work. It's just a good idea to get this only firefighting worst result. I'd like you to drop that into chat. You know, your best one, your best idea. Only work on what my boss asked for today. Oh God, who did that? I can't look at the names, but that's a beauty. Not following the huddle structure. Yeah, you're getting it. Oh man, these are awesome. Tell everyone something different. Ooh, that's from the deep in the tool chest. Nice. Yeah, no experiment, just the work, please. Okay, sweet, you got it. So step 2 out of 3. Step 2 is, okay, this one's not quite as much fun. So based on what's in this list in chat or on your list, your personal list that you just wrote, is there anything on that list that resembles you, right? A behavior that you exhibit? Not a possibility, but and I'd like you to be unforgiving to yourself. Like, okay, yeah, maybe I do that. Maybe I only do what the boss. That's my favorite so far. Austin, that's good. I don't know who wrote that, but that's best. Sorry. But, you know, is there anything there that resembles? And here it may sting a little bit, you know, yeah, but I'd like you to circle anything or make a note next to anything that, yeah, I do that. I do that. Or I did that again, not to remind you of a bad song. All right, and if it's a stinger, if it's a good stinger, oh man, I do that and I admit it, put it in chat, please, if it stings a little bit.
Got about 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay, good. Each session is different, turns out, on how hard I crack the whip. All right, so you get the idea. So there's something, at least one thing, I'm hoping most of you have at least one thing that you've admitted. So step 3 is just pick the one and decide right now, if you don't, you know, it's a worse result only to fight the fires. What's the thing, what are you gonna stop? What's your first move to stop that thing that's on your list? You say you do it. What are you gonna stop? And I mean, stop it. What is the thing? What's your first move? You may not be able to stop the whole thing because you can't help yourself, but what's your first move to stop it? Come on, what's the idea? And it should be something within your power and discretion to stop. And if you come up with ooh, that might work, that might actually help me stop that counterproductive behavior, write it in chat because it's gonna help your colleagues, right? It's gonna help your colleagues. You might inspire someone else to stop a behavior that, procrastinating. I'm not sure that's bad. Come on now, procrastinating is a beautiful thing. I live for procrastinating. Yeah, go to the front line. Huh? Nice. You're okay. I've had 2 other groups, but you guys are awesome. I don't know, Austin, truly, are these the best? This is the best group so far. Okay. How much time do I have? Yeah, really good. How much time do I have?
2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Okay, we're gonna do the measurement again. So because I know, anyway, I'm gonna share my screen, I think. So these are slides that you're gonna get after the fact. And so here's what they look like when I'm, you know, the TRIZ activity, we're gonna stop the behavior. Step 1, step 2, step 3, what are you gonna stop? And then we evaluate. So if you know Zoom, there's an annotate function. If you click, it's kind of up by where my screen is being shared. If you go up by the little red thing, it should have a drop-down menu. If you click annotate, and then under another drop-down menu will come, and if you hit stamp, you can pick one of those stamps. And I'd like you to put on this balance, did we make space for yourself? Did space for innovation, did more space for innovation show up as a result of this activity? Or do you feel more constrained? You know, there's less space for innovation. That's why we were doing it, to make space, to stop counterproductive behaviors, to make space. So this is a quick way to evaluate whether you're getting somewhere with your group. Pretty straightforward. Looks like some of you are finding the annotate button. And we are going to...
About a minute left.
A minute less. Okay, we're going to do one more. I'm going to clear this one. And we're going to do one more, one of these annotates for this next slide. So here, if you connected with others during this activity or during this session, you got clarity about a next step, or you discovered a new possibility, you would put your mark right in the middle of this evaluative triangle. If you got more connection or more possibility or more clarity, you put your mark kind of veering toward those items. And it's a good way if you're running a virtual session to figure out, did we get what we thought we were going to get during, did we get to the place we thought we would get based on what we designed? So there's not much connection here, for example, but possibilities and clarity, that's good. I'd like a lot of clarity for this, like you know exactly what you're going to stop. But possibility is good. I'm happy with possibility. But that's the kind of way that we would evaluate this type of activity briefly.